Now, as you know, every company has something called the customer service department, right? And you go to a big company, you say, well, where's the customer service department? And they'll say, well, go down the hall, make a right at the elevator, make a left at the copy machine, and that little cubby hole over there, that's the customer service department. When in fact, the customer service department is everybody. So everyone in this room is in the customer service department. So if you could kind of indulge me for a second, if you could shake hands to the person next to you and say, welcome to the customer service department. Okay. Okay. Now, don't you feel that you're better people now that you're part of the customer service department? And and I say that half serious, half joking, but it is really the whole point that no matter whether you're the CEO or you started yesterday, everybody is in the customer service department because you're all there to serve the customer. Not too long ago, I was talking to a woman who had worked at Nordstrom some 20 years ago and went on to start a couple of her own businesses. And she was telling me that, again, 20 or so years ago, she was working one of the departments at Nordstrom in the downtown Seattle store. And Bruce Nordstrom, the recently retired chairman, and I'll be mentioning Bruce's name a few times today, he was coming through her department and saw that somebody had left a can of soda pop, on the counter in her department. So Bruce is walking through it, picks up the can of soda pop, deposits it in a wastebasket, and moves on. Never said a word to anyone. Didn't say, you, what's the story with this can of pop? How come it's there? He was the chairman of the company. It was not beneath him to put a can of pop into the wastebasket. And she said it was 20 years later. I've never forgotten that. Now, can you imagine if he had berated her or scolded her? She might still remember it, but it would be an entirely different memory. So he led by example. A while back, I was in Richmond, and for those of you in the Virginia area, you might be familiar with a supermarket chain called Ukrops, U-K-R-O-P-S. And I was talking to a fellow named Bobby Ukrops, who runs the company now. His father had started it. We were at his office, and then we drove to one of his stores. So, of course, we parked as far back in the parking lot as possible because he wants the customers to have the parking spaces close to the store. And as in most big supermarket shopping parking lots, there are lots of loose carts spread out around there. So he and I start walking from his car to the store, but we're doing it in this zigzag because he's gathering up all these shopping carts and getting them together. So we're going like this, trying to get to his place. And that told me a lot about him. This is the guy who runs the company. His family started it, but it's okay for him to make sure that all those shopping carts are out of the parking lot so customers can shop there and to make life easy for the customer.